In this movie back-in-action, Matt and Emily are operatives for the CIA accustomed to the constant demands of their work and the complexities of being partners in both the field and in life. They live with the tension of combining their professional responsibilities with their personal relationship, often carrying the weight of decisions that cannot be shared outside of their world. On the day of a high-stakes mission, the pair prepares to infiltrate a party that will serve as the setting for their latest assignment. Just before departure, Emily quietly discovers that she is pregnant. The revelation gives her pause, but she chooses not to tell Matt, holding the news back while focusing on the dangerous task at hand. The mission involves penetrating the inner circle of Balthazar Gore, once a KGB officer and now the powerful leader of Volka, a terrorist organization with global reach. Gore is hosting a birthday celebration for his child, and the event offers rare access to his heavily secured estate. Posing under aliases as Mr. and Mrs. Lemieux, Matt and Emily enter the gathering, blending into the festive atmosphere while their supervisor Chuck monitors them through their earpieces. Their objective is to locate Gore, acquire his biometric data, and use it to access his private office, where intelligence suggests a critical device is hidden. Emily maneuvers through the party, eventually encountering Gore. By discreetly applying a chemical compound to her hand, she manages to capture his fingerprint when he kisses it. At the same time, she records his voice during their short interaction. With both elements secured, she rejoins Matt, and together they proceed to Gore's office. Using the biometric samples, they unlock a concealed compartment within the desk and uncover the IC key, a small device with immense capabilities. It has been designed to bypass global safeguards and unlock critical infrastructure systems, effectively placing entire nations at risk should it fall into the wrong hands. As they remove the key, a hidden alarm is triggered, alerting Gore's guards. Matt and Emily fight their way through armed resistance, narrowly escaping the estate with the device. Chuck warns them to remain cautious, stressing that no one can be trusted with knowledge of IC key, not even Baron, an MI6 agent scheduled to assist in their extraction. Despite the warning, the couple rendezvous with Baron, who greets Emily with a familiarity that hints at shared past, much to Matt's irritation. Nevertheless, they continue to the extraction plane and settle in for departure. Believing the mission is complete, Matt orders champagne, though Emily declines, an unusual break from her habit. When pressed, she finally reveals her pregnancy. Matt is taken aback, but quickly reassures her, promising his support as they plan for a future beyond the dangers of their profession. Dylan, the flight attendant, suddenly draws a weapon, revealing himself as an enemy operative. Several others on board turn hostile, and a violent struggle ensues for possession of the IC key. In chaos, the pilot is killed, sending the plane into an uncontrolled descent. Matt and Emily fight desperately, but the aircraft sustains catastrophic damage when it collides with a rock formation. As explosions tear through the fuselage, Matt straps a parachute onto Emily and leaps with her, the two narrowly escaping as the plane disintegrates behind them. Matt proposes that they vanish completely. With world believing them dead, they could disappear, build a family, and abandon the constant dangers of intelligence work. Emily hesitates, aware of the bonds they would be severing, but she ultimately agrees. Together they retreat from the world of espionage and construct new identities. 15 years pass. Their home life appears ordinary, but small signs of unease exist beneath the surface. Alice, now a teenager, is often rebellious and distant from her parents, while Leo is consumed by his video games and technology. When Alice overhears Matt speaking Russian one evening, her suspicion grows, though her parents dismiss it. Emily and Matt themselves struggle privately, as the excitement of their past lives contrasts sharply with the routine of suburban domesticity. Tension escalates when Matt and Emily discover troubling messages on Alice's laptop referencing discussions of a chemical apocalypse. Concerned for her safety, they track her to a club where she has gone with friends. They intervene, pulling her out, but in doing so expose their combat skills, which shocks Alice and deepens her doubts about who they truly are. Emily later admits that she felt alive during the confrontation, stirred by the adrenaline she has long suppressed, though Matt warns her that indulging those instincts could put their carefully built life at risk. Their past fully resurfaces when Chuck reappears, revealing that he survived the plane crash. He warns them that their enemies are still convinced they possess the IC key and that their family is in danger. Before he can provide more detail, an attack begins, and Chuck is killed. Matt and Emily, along with Alice and Leo, are forced to flee under gunfire. During their escape, Matt confesses that he never disposed of the IC key. Instead, he secretly hid it years earlier at fortified estate of Emily's mother Ginny in England. Emily is angered by the revelation but agrees they must retrieve it to protect their children. The family travels to England and arrives at Fox Hunter's Manor, the home of Ginny, a retired MI6 agent with a sharp demeanor and a heavily secured estate. Ginny and Emily's relationship is strained, shaped by years of distance and unresolved resentment. Ginny and her partner Nigel provide temporary refuge. Soon after, mercenaries attack the property and a fierce battle unfolds. Amid the assault, Matt and Emily manage to retrieve the IC key but are overpowered when Chuck arrives alive once again. His betrayal is revealed. He orchestrated the earlier mission and used their trust to manipulate events. He captures Alice and Leo and escapes, leaving Matt and Emily unconscious. Regaining their strength, the couple uses Leo's GPS-enabled tracker to follow their children's location. Their pursuit leads them to a clandestine auction where Chuck demonstrates the IC key's destructive potential to prospective buyers, shutting down and restoring massive systems with ease. Barron and his team intervene, siding with Matt and Emily after recognizing their innocence. Together, they disrupt the auction, but Chuck escapes again with the children. The chase culminates at the docks, where Chuck attempts to flee with Alice and Leo by boat. Matt and Emily pursue him, with Ginny providing sniper cover from the cliffs above and Nigel intercepting Chuck's partner Daphne to secure the IC key. In a final confrontation, Matt and Emily reach their children, fighting to free them from Chuck's grip. The struggle ends when Chuck's boat collides with a barrier and explodes in flames. Matt, Emily, Alice, and Leo survive by leaping into the water and are rescued. The family experiences a tentative reconciliation. Emily and Ginny share a moment of understanding that begins to heal their fractured bond, while Alice shows signs of softening toward her parents, recognizing the sacrifices they made to protect her. The family returns to their attempt at normal life, though the shadow of unresolved threats remains. Barron visits them, suggesting that Chuck's body was never recovered and warning that Emily's estranged father may now play an important role. The revelation shocks Matt, who realizes there are still secrets about his family he is yet to uncover. And the movie concludes.